Right, first things first, rules of engagement, okay? So today what we're going to do is we're going to allow our teammates to touch the fire, which means they're going to have to roll and connect with every student on the mats today. So far we've counted 87 heads, reaching 1 minute and 45-second rounds. We are looking to go for about just over 2.5 hours of consistent rolling. Okay, in the meantime, there are no knee bars or heel hooks or ankle locks allowed. The guys, as usual, will go into a place of fatigue and tiredness. They will not be corpus mentis to be able to deal with the defenses or defending those type of submissions. Okay? The rule is we're not here to hurt them, we are here to take them into the darkness, right? To be born as a new belt, to suffer and go to a place of tiredness, to realize where and how far they can go as a human being, right? Take them to that place, and with that requires effort and a little bit of being a little bit conscious around what you're doing. Okay? If you are going to be a bit malicious, and we've had this before, we'll just ask you to leave. No negotiations, no discussions, none of that. You'll get red carded, you're off the mat, you leave the grade. Okay, so welcome to the second QuanWessels grading on the grey mats. It's a very special occasion for us, as always. These are the most important times to us in our duration, in the lifespan of our school. Myself and Coach Quan have been through this many times before. We are now going into our 18th winter doing combat sports and martial arts and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But these moments always give us butterflies, because when we stand here, we can see how our community is growing up. We can see how our community is maturing. We can see all our friends and teammates, all the big five, all the impalas transitioning through all their belts and growing up in the sport, becoming wiser, stronger, more violent beings, being able to implement, the aggression and intention on the mat. We do things exceptionally here. We do things differently with zero compromise, right? Nothing here is gauged on attendance. You have to fight for what you want. You need to earn to receive, right? This is what makes it so special for us. Everybody here is standing on the 2-stripe, 3-stripe white belt, 2-stripe, 3-stripe, various other color belts. You know what's going to lay ahead of you now. You know what's in your horizon. You know the standards and the expectations that we've built over the years that you need to achieve and succeed in to carry our stripes and our belts, right? And if you're a white belt and you have the ambition to stay with us for a very long time, you're going to have to do this multiple times, right? More than once. It's not once and it's over. Right, there are different things and different milestones that you need to achieve as you go along on the BJJ journey with us, right? But as I always say, we're in at 18 winters. If you want to go another 18 winters with us, we are more than honored to go with you on this journey. Just know there will be a lot of cross faces, a lot of pressure, a lot of submission, bloody noses, bloody lips as we go along, because we fight for what we believe in here on the mats. We do things differently. Bear that in mind. Okay, right. Coach Royce? All good. All good? Coach Quan? All good? Right. Take your places, please.
Bro. You sweating already, bro? I sweat before I start training, but
to go really hard in the beginning, there's no ways you'll survive the 2.5 to 3 hours. A lot of it is also like trying to like rein in your ego, because at the beginning of this, you're gonna have these white belts come hard at you, and it's at this stage that you have to like obviously rein it back in and make sure that you don't go hard back at them, and that you just preserve yourself for the later rounds. So there's like a lot of different factors playing into this actual grading process. One is the physical, and two is the emotional. A lot of these guys that come out of these gradings are quite emotional at the end of it, because there's a lot of emotion that you go through through this process. There's moments of like pure happiness, then like there's moments of like a bit of sadness, because it's just round after round of getting smashed, and then there's moments of anger, and it's about just controlling all these emotions through the 2.5 to 3 hour process.
It means, what does that mean to you, touching the fire?
Well, I think it's a culture that's been bred in the gym about like this is like the final hurdle for your next belt, and I think leading up to it, there's like this sense of fear of the unknown, because you don't know how it's going to feel to be rolling for 2.5 to 3 hours. It's not a natural thing to happen, and then I think there's this elation at the end of it when you realize that you can do this and you've overcome something that you didn't realize was actually possible. And I think all of these moments play into making this very emotional thing at the end, and then receiving your next belt. And it almost gives you like a sense of like I deserve this next phase of my jiu-jitsu career.
Any of the terms, touching the fire is a very popular one that we keep on. It's just getting through the hardship, embracing that hardship and overcoming it. I think that's kind of what the term touching the fire is, because once you've done it once, I feel that you can carry on and doing it every day.
When was the first year you actually did this type of grading? Remember?
Wow. The first time we did this, I actually can't even remember. It was definitely the black mat era. That's where I came up with the concept. So yeah, it wasn't before the black mat era. People don't know that there's an era before the black mat, and that was the wooden floor era. A handful of people know about that one, but yeah, the black mat era is kind of like where we started this tribute. And it started out with literally, I think, about 20 or 30 guys, and we've gone up to over 100 people now. So yeah, it's a good tradition for our school. Gives guys something to look forward to, and something that they really, at the end of the day, felt like they've earned.
positive postures as we finish up our ceremony. First of all, thank you very much for coming to our grading ceremony. It's always of great importance for our teammates to arrive, for their fellow teammates to take them into the darkness and take them into the jungle and to show them a fire, because we always aspire to have everyone here, to have our family here, to have our tribe here, to have all our family members here to experience with us, because there's a deep meaning in what we do. We make no exceptions in regards to how we do this, right? There's only one way to do this, and you have to fight for it, and you have to fight for the millimeters, and you have to suffer until you can't suffer anymore. And the more people arrive, the harder we can make it. So when the guys stand up from here, it means something. It's got a deep and meaningful purpose. Number one, sharing culture, character, DNA, spirit with your fellow teammates, but also working for something that you put 2-3 years in to get, right? And that's a great honor for myself and Rich to share with you guys. And again, we are very grateful to stand here before you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you guys.